Okay, so I'm here with Lee Bruin. She runs Waggy Tails, which is a galen myotherapy service. So do you want to tell us a little bit about what you do with dogs?
Yeah, so myotherapy is muscle therapy. So it's massage for dogs. Galen myotherapy kind of prides itself that it's slightly different to normal canine massage in that it's dog choice led. So the massage is performed at home usually. The dog has a specific area that it feels comfortable in. It's got lots of less distractions, so not when the window cleaner's around, not when the kids are around, so they've got time just to focus. And they tailor make their programme, so I have an idea of what I'm going to do, but they decide when and where I treat. So if they're not comfortable, or if they're scared or anxious, or they're a bit worried it might hurt, they have time to go away, have a think about it. They usually have a sniff around the house, come back to me, and then allow me to do more treatment. And that trust builds up over a few appointments so that they then get used to it. And it sounds a bit strange because we're all used to the old-fashioned way of making dogs do things. And I think you do it with your training is that we do dog choice-led stuff now. Even at the vets, they're doing a fear-free program. So it's really good to see a dog work its trust through with you and then come back over and say, okay, I want my bottom treated now, I want my back treated. And it's really nice.
Yeah.
So massage is just similar to how we have it. It's adapted for dogs. It's a specialised massage techniques we use on a kind of all-over body treatment, with lots of different benefits to it, and it should be a nice, positive, happy, relaxing.
Okay. And what sort of dogs might need you, or can it be any dog?
Yeah, massively any dog. It's really good for young puppies to get used to being socialised, being handled. It's really good for them in a growing development stage as well. We do so many things wrong with puppies without realising it. We allow them to jump off sofas, jump out of cars, run up and down the stairs. So the massage just helps maintain that muscle maintenance basically. So supporting dogs in between agility or fly ball, we can do a warm up or cool down pre and post event. But also for those dogs who are getting older or being diagnosed with elbow dysplasia, hip dysplasia, luxated patella, cruciate disease. The massage doesn't fix those issues, but when you have arthritis or you've got a sore knee, we know from a human experience that if we walk differently, then we get other problems within the body. So it's same with dogs. If they've got a sore cruciate ligament, then they might adapt the way they walk or run, and then they'll have problems further on in their other body where they're putting too much pressure, too much strain on different muscles, and they become tired. So then you get a multi-lameness because they've adapted so much until the point that they can't cope.
Yeah, which is just like humans.
Yeah.
And does a vet have to recommend you, or is it something people can just contact you about?
People can contact us. There's a Galen website that's got all the practitioners in your area, whether you're local to Ashford or not, or you can look on our website or socials. But anybody can contact us. We will need vet consent if there's a medical condition, just to say the vet's happy. Just like any other paraprofessional, so hydrotherapist, physiotherapists will need vet consent to treat. Once we've made that medical contact, we've got consent, we'll ask the client to fill in the patient information form, so it gives us the details of what's going on with the dog, how the dog lives, whether they're an outdoor dog, sporting dog, they throw a ball, or whether they never got off a lead, or whether they're walked in a harness or halting, all those things, as well as going to meet the dog. We'll do some photographs and some videos so we can do a posture analysis, so we'll look at those subtle changes, where the legs stand, how the back feet set, the posture of the back, and often it's subtle, so as owners you don't notice it unless you've got a photograph maybe a year or so ago when the dog wasn't lame. You can see these differences. Quite often we'll pick a breed standard picture and then compare that to your dog and look at those subtle things. It's often just rotated legs, maybe laterally, or a roach back where it's humped, or dipping off the back, or the head doesn't sit as high as normal, or the tail doesn't sit up and wag as normal. Those subtle little changes is what I look for.
Okay. And is there anything that trainers should be looking out for, do you think? Like people like myself who are in classes, should we just be looking out for, say, a strange gait, or something that we think it just looks a bit odd, particularly if we're seeing a dog weekly?
Yeah, I think when you're dog-minded and you're used to seeing dogs regularly, if you see the dog is slightly lame, or they're skipping when they walk, or the classic one would be the luxated patella, the little dogs that hop because they can't straighten their leg, all those things are subtle signs, and often as an owner you don't notice it because it's a gradual process for you. People in your position or vets will notice it because it's a drastic difference to the last time you've seen them, possibly. And often when you go to the vets and they do x-rays and there's no bony changes, the old-fashioned method would be rest and some pain relief. But actually, resting some conditions isn't necessarily the right thing to do. We know from experience that if you've got a bad back, the last thing you should do is not walk and not move around. So by treating the muscles and making them do a physiotherapy type program, but a choice-led one, they can improve quicker.
Excellent. Well, just like to thank Lee for talking to us today, and I will post her link for those who are Kent-based and in Ashford. So if anyone's interested, you can contact Lee directly.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.